Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first official tutorial on City TV. And I promised my pixel lovers a bunch of tutorials that I've never delivered because of lack of people to help me out. But I've actually gotten to do some of them, and here they are right now. This is the first tutorial that I posted. And the point of this tutorial was the blood in the water effect. And this is how it looks like. This is the blood in the water without the effect. And then it is with the effect. So this is a quick way of you using After Effects to make some things more interesting than they are without actually using dye in your water or using mechanical effects, like not to spend a lot of money. So the idea was, this is just Habe, by the way. If you don't know his channel, then I'll post a link in the description. The idea was for him to get shot, fall into the water, and then end up face down into the water with blood all around him. And we didn't want to use red dye in the jacuzzi to mess up jacuzzi, then clean it up later, and that would cost us a lot of time and maybe some money. So we decided to do it in post-production, and we are actually gonna use a different footage, not the same footage, because I just wanted you guys to see how I do this. So let's go ahead and go to After Effects, and for easiness of actually doing effects on After Effects, if you're using a Canon camera or any other camera that shoots MOV or MP4, or H.264, just go ahead and convert this into an MPEG or MPEG-4 or AVI file, because it's gonna be a pain to work with, as I'm going to show you right now. But I haven't found the conversion software yet, so I'm going to use MOV. And because I'm using MOV, I'm going to put this in third or half. Let me just put it in half so it can actually work a little bit better. So this is the footage that we're actually going to use. Yeah, let's put it in third. That we're actually going to use. And it's on that side. It's pretty easy, it's not that complicated, so let's go ahead and start this tutorial. So this is where the action actually starts. We're gonna press B to bring the keyframe where it is right now, and then we're gonna choose where it ends. I'm gonna just choose here, and I'm gonna press N. And we're going to right click, and then go Trip Comp Area. Okay, so now what you're going to do is really simple. It doesn't require too much stuff. So what you're going to do is select the composition, go to the layers, select solid, make it red, press OK, go to the solid, press T, bring the opacity down to 0, and choose the pen tool. And what you're going to do is create one mask, a first mask, which goes around the body that's outside of the water. And here I'm going to cut it in half because part of it is kind of wet. And the whole idea is because this part here is outside of the water, so the blood doesn't affect it. This part here is inside the water, so the blood comes from under and goes up. This part is not really affected by the blood because the blood comes from under and goes up and doesn't really arrive here. And one of the problems that we have automatically is those pointy edges. What we're going to do is go to the pen tool, hold it, go to the Convert Vertex tool, and click on them to make them rounder, so they don't seem like geometric shaped blood bottles. So it can be like a puddle more than just like a weird shaped thing. So there you go. Right here. So this is the first mask that you're going to create. Now you're going to go back to the pen tool and create a second mask around. And doesn't have to be specifically shaped, just create a second mask around. And again, round them up. So this is what you have. And what you're going to do now is go to the layer, press T, bring the opacity up to 70, and now you're going to do the transfer mode, make the transfer mode soft light. And you're going to go ahead and press M, bring on the mask. So what you're going to do is select the first mask, go to subtract, and select the second mask and go to intersect. And it will give you this right here. Now you're going to bring the feather, you click on the first mask, press F, it's going to bring the feather down up to 50. And here you're going to bring the feather up to 80. So you have this going on right here. So what you're going to do now is go click on the layer again and press M so you can bring the mask path. Click on the stopwatches and go to 1.5 seconds. Click on the both of the masks. Press Command or Control. Press Mask 2, and press the forward arrow so you can follow the basic shape of the body. What you're going to be doing here is just technically moving the mask along the body. Remember, the first mask is around the body where the blood doesn't reach yet. And the second mask, so what you're going to be doing here is tighten the first mask, close it up a little bit because the blood is covering the body. And you're going to expand the second mask because the blood is going outside of the body and expanding in the water. So I'm going to shut off the video now and work this out, and you can see it later. But the basic idea is that by the end of this video, you bring the masks, you make the mask follow the body, and you have it expanded all the way out there. So let me finish editing the size of the mask and then I will contact you later. So okay, this is what you have now that I've keyframed everything. And basically you have one keyframe here, one keyframe at 1.5 seconds, and one keyframe at the end. And the reason why is because we're going to bring this keyframe, we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to keyframe, we're going to open both masks completely. Open the stopwatch for the expansion, go to 1.5, keyframe them again. Now go back in the beginning again and make the expansion for masks 2 lower like so, let's say -60, and up the expansion for max 1 like so. So there you have something quickly set up like this, where the blood comes in, follows him around, and expands in the water. And you have something like this. But it is not yet perfect because we're going to need to play with the opacity. Let's press T, opacity. We click on the opacity here. Let's go to 1.5 seconds. Give another keyframe, go back to the beginning, and set the opacity to 0. And in about 2.5 seconds, we're going to click on the layer, press F to open the feather. Open the keyframe for the feather, go to the end of the comp and put each of the feathers to 200. Actually, put this one to 80. Put this one to 80, the first one, and put the second mask to 200. And now you will have something like this. It goes from now empty to the blood starting to appear. What is wrong with this? See, this is why you don't edit in MOV, you edit in MPEG. And you go until it reaches this. Sorry for the jagged images, but that's because I'm editing in MOV. But you get the basic idea of what you're supposed to do when you're keyframing and what it does to the water and how the blood just goes around. What you're going to do again is click on the layer, press T, go to 2.5 seconds, get a keyframe on the opacity, go all the way at the end and make the opacity 50. So because when the blood just goes around the water, it becomes less opaque and becomes much more mixed with the water, makes it lighter than at the beginning when it was really totally dark. So since After Effects is not really agreeing with me right now, let's just stop the tutorial. And I will see you guys next time on the next video, on the next tutorial. And also, if you see other effects anywhere else or anything that you would like me to do, go ahead and leave me a comment on the comment box below. Go to my links and leave me a comment saying, hey, here's a link. I want you to do this effect for me. Please go ahead and check it out, and I'll do a tutorial if I actually can do this effect. So thank you for watching. Remember, I love you virtually, and we all love pixels, right? I designed this background. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.